So I do feel a little more seasoned, but it's always great listening to young people like Jamie and Jerome. I mean, they're why I do this work, and they're why even in times like this, I have a lot of hope. Um, I founded Generation Citizen about 11 years ago. My background is I'm originally from California, but I grew up around the world in Latin America and East Africa because my dad was in the State Department, and so a lot of experiences seeing democracies first coming into their own. I got the opportunity to see the first truly democratic elections in Kenya's history in 2002. I saw a coup in Ecuador in 2005, run-up elections in Zimbabwe in 2008, and realized how excited people were to participate and have the opportunity to make a collective difference in their community and country's future. But also how democracy is something that we constantly have to mold and build upon and improve. So I was first involved in international activism when I was in college in the U.S., but realized, and I think this panel has sort of exemplified it, that young people really do want to make the world a better place, but don't always see politics as the way to do so, for a whole host of reasons. But largely because a lot of times politicians aren't speaking to the issues that they care about, and the system's not working as it should. And one of the reasons is that we don't really teach civics in school anymore. And we do, it's here are the three branches of government, here's how a bill becomes a law. And so started Generation Citizen as a way to figure out, how do we transform civics education? How do we ensure that schools are really teaching young people how they can participate in politics, and how democratic participation in civics can be the most exciting part of what an education is all about. The original purpose of public schools were to cultivate the next generation of citizens. And so we work in middle and high schools across the country and ask young people, what do you care about? What do you want to change? Ensure that they understand the root cause of why those issues are problems in the first place. And so they're tackling issues like climate change and sustainability. We're seeing that in spades. Police brutality, which obviously is the news right now, our young people have been talking about for a long time. And just having really creative solutions, largely using local government. And I think you're seeing right now in this country, young people refusing to accept the status quo, re-envisioning what a better democracy and society can look like. And for us, we want to be part of those efforts, and we want to ensure that young people like Jerome and Jamie are speaking truth to power, and that's what Generation Citizen's all about. So yeah, started a while ago, but for me, as much as the organization can ensure that young people are at the forefront, that's what we're all about.
So tell us about your story, how you got started.
Yeah, so I mean, as I said, I got really interested in democracy through growing up abroad and just seeing, in the streets of Kenya, how excited people were to cast their first votes, and how motivated people were in places like Zimbabwe to fight for a better democracy. I was first involved in activism relating to the genocide in Darfur, Sudan, when I was in college in 2005 to 2009, and was going down to the Rhode Island State House and helping to pass divestment legislation, and really seeing the difference that politics can make. But also seeing how politicians weren't really paying attention to young people, and how a lot of young people didn't have the same opportunity to participate that I did. And so, got started as a college senior, and thought, well, what if we give young people the opportunity to use their voice in local politics? So started Generation Citizen when I was 21, and 11 years later, we're still going strong.